side, there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking, what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage, way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Now Goff on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it? One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 36-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. from the shotgun. Wilson steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 23-yard line.
On second down, a run with Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
For a Seahawks.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a give to Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the 10, this is 3rd and goal. Forced out, touchdown, Seahawks.
That's tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it was 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Rams 0.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Gone. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Pettis. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st down, Wilson. Trying to improvise. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in...
And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed as 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Matt Breida His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
5-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That'll be complete to Breida. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that's incomplete.
On the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wilson.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw again is Wilson. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Breida on the draw. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
The ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Leads to
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. made. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a toss running left, Akers. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the give, this is Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Pettis on the return. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rolling to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
On third and goal, Wilson. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that'll be caught by Cup. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And
Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes, right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have...
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Power.
To throw again, Wilson. Being chased out left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's airing it out for Williams. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Fourth down.
Now hold every everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Bring it. One flat. Touch 50, touch 50.
Wilson will throw again. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Seattle Seahawks.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Sam Sloman for the...
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. This will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mark 54. Don't get nervous.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. It's
now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. We own it.
Again, Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
95. Check.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, he kind of just took his medicine there and took.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On the handoff, it's Akers. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And got a man, it's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. New Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 30-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken down.
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
It's up 2nd and 10 at the 27.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Gain of 10 yards.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown,
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Sam Sloman to kick off for the Rams.
Sloman sets to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's Wilson on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13 and 2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for LA, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9 and 6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap. As I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
You just step on, spin move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off.
Time I was dying and out, had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Red line with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just a heel.